We really just need to talk about this because this might be one of the main reasons why you can't manifest certain things or maybe not anything at all. And this whole issue is actually easily fixed once you understand how it actually works. I think that this is honestly one of the biggest misconceptions about manifesting. And it drives me crazy because this is literally the main component and factor in why so many people struggle to successfully use the law of attraction. So let's clear it up and set the record straight so that you can manifest what you want without all the confusion and struggle. Hello and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, I'm Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach and manifesting expert focused on getting you transformational results. My whole channel is all about manifesting, the law of attraction, with meditations and more, where I share the tools you need to get the results you want. I post brand new videos every Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. And before we jump in, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button below so that I know that you're watching and getting value from these videos. And actually, better yet, because I know that most of you still haven't done that yet, if your name has a vowel in it, either A, E, I, O, or U, if your name has that in it, hit that thumbs up. And honestly, I'm assuming that's most of you. So let's get into it. Want to know probably the number one complaint I hear about manifestation and people feeling just stuck? It's the concept of inspired action. And this is a major component of manifesting. There is so much confusion around inspired action. What does it even mean? And how do you know what you're supposed to do? Well, here's the thing. You hear all the time with the law of attraction and manifesting that thoughts become things. And if you think positively all of the time, then what you want can just show up. And while that is all great and there's some truth to it, some of the information out there can be really, really misleading. And that causes a lot of people to give up when it comes to manifestation. They don't get the immediate results they expect, so then they just tend to give up. And these are typically the same people that will say that manifesting doesn't work. They read books like The Secret and get this false sense that they can just sit on the couch, say a few affirmations, and think about something long enough, and then it just shows up out of thin air. But it's actually the inspired action that makes everything come together to actually work. Inspired action is the glue that holds everything together. It essentially ties together the energetic and spiritual work to the practical and physical reality work. And if anyone tells you that manifesting doesn't work, it's likely that they don't understand how inspired action actually works. So let me just really quickly give you an example so you can see how it works in action. Let's say you want to manifest money and you set your intention of manifesting this money, you feel good about it, you clear any resistance or blocks that you hold around it, and then you open yourself up to receive it in the easiest and best possible way. These are all great steps, you're on the right track. Well, next comes inspired action, and this doesn't have to be this big, huge, overwhelming thing. Think of inspired action simply as guidance. Inspired action is guidance on what is your part and what you need to do. It's almost like this inexplicable force that causes certain impulses or gut instincts or motivation to do certain things that maybe don't make sense at first. Maybe it's a phone call to someone who popped into your head. Maybe it's sending an email to a certain person or going for a walk to a certain place. But here's the thing, you have to be open to it without overthinking it. So in this example, maybe you get the urge to go for a walk and then maybe you find money on the floor. I mean, honestly, I could give you a million different scenarios, but this is purely a very simplified example just to show you how little inspired action could lead you to exactly what you want. But inspired action is guidance. It's those urges or impulses or instincts to take certain actions. And it's in following that guidance, following that inspired action, that all of that internal and spiritual energetic work can finally connect with your physical reality. But there's actually this story that someone once told me, and you may have actually heard this before, but this is like the perfect example of inspired action. This man was praying to God to win the lottery, and he prayed over and over and over again to the point of begging. And one day he asked why he never got it. And God told him it was because you never bought a ticket. You see what happened? There was no action, so nothing happened. You can ask and ask and ask all day long, but until you do something about it, how do you expect it to show up? This lotto win was trying to make it to him all this time, but he never bought a ticket, so how could he possibly win? So do you see what I'm getting at here? Manifesting requires some action on your part. But like I said, it doesn't have to be this big deal. It's following the guidance you feel with full faith that everything will work out the way you decided you want it to. It's decision and faith and trusting yourself, and decision and faith and trusting yourself over and over and over and over again. And let's remember, because this is key, you aren't going to limit in what way it can show up. You aren't going to be stuck on it coming from the lottery or from your job or from any specific person, place, or thing. You are not going to shut yourself off from the possibility of how. You are going to be open to all possibilities and follow where you feel led. And I wanted to end this video by sharing a quick tool with you that will really help you with some of those bigger goals and dreams that can feel overwhelming at first, and actually break it down into small action steps. As you know, I love sharing tools with you that get you results. And as you also know, I also love taking classes on Skillshare. And yes, in case you're wondering, that Majesty Palm I talked about a few weeks is still alive. Thank you to that plant growing class that I took last time. If you've watched my videos before, you know. And I've talked about Skillshare before in previous videos. But the class that I wanted to share with you is the one that I recently took called Personal Productivity: 5 Exercises to Make Your Big Goal a Reality by Kate Ahrens. And I loved the simplicity of the structure that kind of immediately gets you into action. I find that oftentimes when we have a big goal or dream, it can feel really overwhelming. So instead of taking action, it's easier to just sometimes freeze and do nothing. But this class had some really powerful tools to help you connect with yourself and connect with your intuition on sort of a deeper level, so that you can access that inspired action in a much easier way. And there are even worksheets to go with each video. I'm telling you, the structure is amazing. Skillshare is actually sponsoring today's video, and right now they are giving the first 1,000 of my subscribers who click the link in the description box below a 1-month free trial. So you can take this class and thousands of other classes for free for an entire month. If you don't know what Skillshare is, it's an online learning platform with thousands of classes to choose from. Classes for like photography, productivity, animation, writing, and so many more. It's the perfect way to learn new things or dive even deeper into your current passions. There are never any ads, and there are always new classes being added. So to get your free trial, be sure to click the link in the description box below. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notification so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And also be sure to head on over to my Instagram at mkmagicmindset. I post tons of law of attraction resources, affirmations, and so much more. And last but not least, be sure to check out my website, mkmagicmindset.com, and I will see you in the next one.